Welcome back to the channel, and today we got caught in a rainstorm. Normally we would have started this video outside, but because we were in the rain and didn't have an umbrella, which is why I probably look a little bit more fluffy than normal, we had to come inside and start the video indoors. If you're gonna move to Florida, you better get used to that because we are dead in the middle of rainy season, and it could be just out of nowhere a deluge of water that lands, comes in, rains for an hour, and moves out, and that's what we got caught in. However, today in our video, we are going to talk about Lutz, Florida, and we're going to stay really positive. Valerie, what are we going to get into today?
We're going to be giving you some of the reasons that you should consider moving to Lutz, Florida as well.
A lot of those reasons are things that have to do with the schools, the location and proximity to Tampa, but we also want to give you what you should expect with affordability. So we're going to look at 3 homes today, one at
400,
one at
500,
and one at
600.
That's going to give you a really good idea as to what you can expect with regards to affordability and what you actually get for those price points. So without further ado, let's get into it. My name is Jeremy Rickard. I'm the broker and owner of Excellecore Real Estate right here in Central Florida. And this is my wife, Valerie. She's one of our realtors here at Excellecore Real Estate. We appreciate you tuning into the video. We would love it if you would subscribe to the channel. We do these every Wednesday. That way you don't miss when a new video comes out. And we operate on 3 principles here. The first is we don't want you to make a decision out of fear, but we want to get you as educated as possible. And when it comes time for you to buy your home right here in Central Florida, we want to be your guides.
So when it does come time, reach out to us at jeremy@excellecore.com, or if you want to just look at a few properties, go to excellecorerealestate.com.
So let's get back to the video. One of the things that I feel like a lot of people that move to Lutz enjoy is the shortage of very strict HOAs. Now, that also comes with trade-offs. What are those trade-offs? Well, your neighbors. The HOA doesn't control what they do. They can keep things like that in their yard, and they cannot mow their yard. And you can see what it looks like when you don't have a strict HOA. So, it could be a positive for some people, but for other people, that could be a real negative. And we're trying to keep today on the positive side. So let's just say that a lot of people like fewer strict HOAs in Lutz. So as we head to the next house, which is going to be our house, it's closer to $500,000. I want to review with Valerie. What did you think? Give me the positives of that house if you were a buyer.
If I was a buyer, I love the house. They did a full remodel on the house. They did a good job. They did a good job with keeping it neutral, but nice. I love particularly the layout of the home. I personally love a separation of the family room. I had a very open concept with the kitchen, kitchenette, and living room, but then they had a formal dining room and a formal living room that were separate. I personally love that.
So what would you say were some potential turnoffs?
Definitely in the non-HOA environment, what was going on in the neighbor's yard, which you captured that.
One of the things I would say is what we just left. You guys didn't capture it because we cut it out, but the camera could not stay still because of all the road construction. There's been so many people that have moved to this area. The infrastructure quite hasn't caught up yet. They're trying, but it takes a while. So the roads are very difficult to maneuver. Now this is the north side of Lutz, which is the Pasco County side. should say taxes are cheaper up here, which is terrific,
Right.
but you are north of what people feel like traditional Lutz is. Now we're headed to more traditional, closer to Tampa Lutz on the Hillsborough County side, but they are still trying to work on the infrastructure here. And for me, I think that might be a turnoff or something people need to consider, because I don't know when this construction is going to be completed. It has a long way to go. In terms of positives for the house, we've been in a lot of renovations. We've done renovations ourselves, so we know what quality work actually looks like. And I do not believe that they scrimped on the quality of the work. I think they did very quality work and used quality materials. One of the things that I was a little bit struck by with just the functionality of the house was in the primary bathroom. It only had one sink, and the location of that sink was in front of the linen closet, which I thought just functionally, if you're living in a place day to day and you have to back up to a linen closet every time you're trying to use the sink, that might be one of the things just might annoy.
One of the things Jeremy and I are hoping to do is to catch those things that you would consider, oh, this is a fatal flaw of the house, before you buy the house. It's not often, but sometimes we do find those things that you go, oh man. So we try to catch those for you before you make an offer.
Another one of the true benefits of living in Lutz is the lot sizes per property. And our lots in Lutz, the lots in Lutz are larger than they are in some of the other suburbs around, such as Wesley Chapel and such as Land O'Lakes. Now, part of the reason that is because these homes were built before the influx of people came in, so that they weren't trying to squeeze as many people into a smaller area.
Let's just say in Wesley Chapel, those areas, they have a lot size of about 0.10 up to 0.16. It's a lot smaller lot size.
But in Lutz, it's not uncommon to find your basic minimum lot size to be a quarter of an acre or more. We're at one of those lot sizes here now, so let's go check out what you can get for $500,000. What'd you think?
I thought it was a great house. I love the size of it. I love the character of the house. I was super in love with the amount of skylight. That was my favorite thing. Again, a great separation between the family living areas and the formal areas. I really liked that. Cool remodels on the bathroom too. That was nice.
It had that rustic feel with some modern touches. Now, the things that you really can't control, which we found to be a little bit of a turnoff,
Yes.
was what?
The view. You're supposed to be looking out at water, which you are a little bit. You're at the edge of the big pond, but you can't control if another neighbor has trash in their backyard. And that was bothersome to me. I felt like I would be buying that house for the view, and I felt like it was too many things for me.
I really enjoy the character of the house. We don't get to go in too many homes that have that rustic vibe here in this area. So that was kind of a change of pace. I felt like the renovations were very quality. I felt like the agent staged the home very well. Like I had very little to say that was not good about the home, but the location, driving back in there was lengthy and tough.
There was lots of speed bumps and a long road.
Bumps. It was spotty if people were taking care of their properties and their yards. And like you said, lots of trash and that kind of thing. You can't change that. You can't control that. So if you're going to the house for the house sake, yeah, it's a great house.
Yeah.
But if you're going to it for the area, I would maybe think twice for $500,000.
For $500,000, I will tell you my biggest downside is the fact that they closed in the garage and built that wonderful family area with the kitchen, living room. That came at the expense of having a garage. So it had a covered carport. That's totally fine. But if I'm spending $500,000 on a house, I want a garage.
I'd like to know whether or not you want a garage. You're spending $500,000. Do you need a garage? Put a comment down below. We're currently passing one of the reasons that people move to this area. The public school system is very good. Steinbrenner is a very good, top-rated school, and we just passed Lutz Preparatory School, which is a public charter school servicing kindergarten through 8th grade.
They have a high academic achievement. They are working with specialized curriculum that leans toward gifted and talented. They do have high academic scores as well.
Yeah, Lutz proficiency rating is above 90% in the core subjects like mathematics and reading. You can hear that from maybe a private school, but a public school. As we're traveling to the final destination for today, we're gonna look at a home that's right around the $600,000 price point. And this is where I want to introduce the one trade-off.
Yeah.
If you're moving to Lutz, you're going to have to get used to higher price point in the home. This is the one home that we're gonna show today above $500,000. It's right around the $600,000 mark. What you need to know is that the homes that are over $500,000 on the market currently far outnumber the homes that are under $500,000 in Lutz.
More than double.
More than double.
Yeah.
You want to tell them what you said earlier about since we've been here?
Yeah, I was just saying, since we've been here, Jeremy runs, the markets of every local suburb that we live near and around, and we live in Lutz. And it always has extremely high price points. So right now we're looking at 50 homes under 500,000 and 121 homes over 500,000. Lutz is notoriously like that. This is not new, not because of this market. It's just this is the way it is.
Yeah, it is higher affluency. In fact, a lot of neighborhoods house the guys in the athletic industry.
Right.
So Coach Dungy, if you remember Coach Dungy from the day, he lived over in the Lutz area. Lots of the Tampa Bay Lightning players, the Buccaneer players, Tampa Bay Ray players will live in the Lutz area.
We have one of the Tampa Bay coaches down the street from us.
It's true.
Yeah.
Let's go $100,000 more than the last house we just saw. See what you can get at the $600,000 price point.
We just walked into this house. It was a much different experience at 600,000 than it was at 400 and 500,000. But what was it that you experienced?
Well, when you say it was a different experience, what do you mean? Newer house, more of a traditional neighborhood?
Both.
Yeah.
Yes. For me, I would buy this house for the size. It's a very large house. That's why you're buying it. You're buying it for massive guest bedrooms, a huge guest loft. I just saw it as the children's zone up there, you know?
Our kids are out of the house.
Our kids are out of the house, so for us, it would be a den.
I don't know what that would be. I wouldn't do that house. It is newer. It's on a smaller lot, especially for Lutz size. I like the character and the lot sizes of the other houses that we saw, but I want more for $600,000 than what I felt like that gave. And I don't mean to sound pretentious. That's not it at all. I think that the home was staged very well, and the agent did a good job with that. But I told Valerie that if you take the staging away from that house, it looks well worn. And you might not have been able to catch that in the videos. And we're trying to stay positive on the video. So if you wanted to be in a community that has more amenities, this might be it. You're going to have the community pool and the clubhouse and the playgrounds and the parks and all that sort of a thing. Still going to be super close to everything around the area as far as grocery stores and shopping and dining. Still got all that. You're just not going to have quite the character that you're going to have at those other price points that we showed, but you're always trading off something. We're never going to find the perfect house, right?
Yes.
But we want to find a good house and a home that matches your why. So for me and for Valerie, our why is serenity and peace and character and view. We love view.
Yes.
Because it affects the serenity of our being.
It does. We care about the feel and texture of the home. We care about the view. So for us, it's not about the size of the home. For us, it's about the home we've created inside.
Yeah. And what we want to know from you is, what is your why? What are you after in the home that you're seeking? So think through what you want, the what's, but then ask yourself, why do I want those things? Get down to that. Because when you move into a house, you want it to check off those boxes. Is it serenity? Is it peace? Is it the kid zone?
It could be.
It could
That's
be.
for a lot of families.
That's for a lot of families. It's just not for Jeremy. But we do love kids. We do love kids.
I love kids.
Valerie loves kids.
Yes.
We will help you find the right house if you have kids. So when it does come time, no matter what your reasoning for buying a house is in Central Florida, we want to be your guides. Reach out to us.
Jeremy at Excellecore.com or visit us at ExcellecoreRealEstate.com.
That's right. Thanks for taking a tour with us of Lutz. We obviously love it. We moved here. Lutz is so great for the school district, the school systems. Its proximity into Tampa. It doesn't take but about 10 or 15 minutes for us to get down into real Tampa, the city, the airport, easy access. The lot sizes are bigger, the HOAs are a little less stringent, but the homes are a little bit more expensive. So know there's gonna be some trade-offs no matter which house you go with, and just figure out what the trade-offs are for you that you're willing to accept. Again, thanks for taking this tour with us, and as always, we'll see you on the next one.
Bye.